Listen and answer these questions. What is a subordinating conjunction, and what does it do? 2. What can subordinating conjunctions indicate? And 3. Where is a subordinate conjunction positioned in a sentence? A subordinating conjunction is a word or phrase that introduces a subordinate clause. Remember, a subordinate clause is a dependent clause, a clause that must connect to another part of a sentence. There are many subordinating conjunctions in the English language, and they are used to indicate different relationships, such as time, place, or cause and effect. In a sentence, the subordinating conjunction comes before the subordinating clause. How did you get on? Number 1. A subordinating conjunction is a word or phrase that introduces a subordinate clause. A subordinating conjunction can indicate relationships of time, place, and cause and effect. And a subordinate conjunction is positioned before the subordinate clause in a sentence. How did you do? So the job of a subordinating conjunction is to introduce a subordinate or dependent clause. Here's an example. The subordinating clause and conjunction are both underlined. Sophia, now that she lives in the city, uses public transport. Now that is the subordinating conjunction. It introduces the clause. She lives in the city. Common subordinating conjunctions of time include after, as, since, immediately, once, till, until, when, whenever, while, and now that. For example, don't do anything until I get there. And I saw her quickly as I was leaving. Subordinating conjunctions of place include where and wherever. We're going to the place where we had our honeymoon. And the band is followed by fans wherever they go. Subordinating conjunctions of reason include as, because, and since. For example, the match was cancelled because it rained. And, since you've never been there, I'll meet you at the station. Common subordinating conjunctions of contrast include although, though, whereas, while, and yet. I don't eat meat, whereas my sister does. Living abroad is mostly fantastic, although sometimes difficult. Subordinating conjunctions of comparison include as, like, and than. Taking a taxi is much easier than taking the bus. The non-branded products are like the branded ones. Common subordinating conjunctions of condition include if, even if, as long as, so long as, providing, and unless. We'll go to the park if it doesn't rain. And you can use my phone, as long as you're not too long. Whether is a subordinating conjunction of choice. Subordinating conjunctions of exception include except and but. Bruce has lived in every Australian state except Tasmania, but not Tasmania. And the team won all but one of the games. Rather than is a subordinating conjunction of preference. I prefer to work for myself rather than for a school. With indirect and reported questions, we can use whether and if. I was wondering if I could leave early today. The interviewer asked me whether I was interested in working part-time. Correlative conjunctions come in pairs. They include both and, whether or, neither nor, and the others shown on screen. For example, I can't believe you ate both cake and ice cream. You can either go to Central Mall or the local market. And she not only plays the piano, but also writes her own music.